What's up, guys? It's your boy Texas Tony Tiger back at it with another episode of Detroit Lions franchise mode, baby. We are back again. Week 2 of the NFL season. We're taking on the Washington Commanders now. New look, new team name. I kind of like the Commanders, honestly. I mean, people say the commies for short, but other than that, the uniform, I mean, they look really nice. I mean, the owner, yeah, maybe we could change it up. Maybe get someone else new, someone fresh in there, someone who has a different philosophy in things like that. Coming into the game, I mean, we're facing off against a very tough defense, I might add. 84 overall defense, led by defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. And speaking of defenses for ourselves, I mean, we got Aiden Hutchinson right here talking to the coach, Tony King. Basically, just working on our breakout to try to get a better development trait for him. Last game, we were able to hit our mark of 2 combined tackles for loss and sacks, and now we have another breakout scenario with this time 3 combined sacks or tackles for loss with Aiden Hutchinson. I really hope we can hit it this game, because again, I mean, he is our building block. He is one of our pieces for this future of the franchise. He is going to be our number 1 staple on this team. Number 1, just because he was the top draft pick this past season, and well, I mean, he's from Michigan, go blue. So I want to make sure he stays on our team. Looking at the draft prospects right now, obviously we're going to be looking for a quarterback. If you saw the last game, then yeah, you're going to realize that, hey, we need a brand new quarterback. And one of those possibilities can be through the draft. The scouting process does take pretty much the entire season, as well as a couple of weeks into the off season. So I don't really see us making a decision right now. But it doesn't hurt just to look at all these different prospects coming up and see what we have to work with. Another type of prospect that we're going to be looking for is corner. Because again, we have Mike Hughes, who's in his contract year. He is only 5'10", unfortunately, so we want to get someone with some size. And looking at Alex Perkins right now, he's 6'4", 205, 21 years old, out of the University of North Carolina, representing the Tar Heels. And all we know about him is he has B man coverage. A couple of his ratings, possibility, he has good to great speed, great to elite agility, as well as good to great acceleration. So he looks like he could be quick on his feet. He has B hit power as well for a corner, especially, and then at his size, at 6'4", 205, again, he could be a really good help on the run stopping, as well as defending the pass. Peter Golson, he's 5'9", unfortunately, so right off the way, that takes him off my board. But some of these other corners, man, they just have size. I mean, Tevin Dotson, 6'4", 193. He is 23 years old, so that is kind of bumping him down just a little bit out of Wisconsin. And then, yeah, once I go decide to check out his ratings possibilities, his speed is only solid to good. So right away, that's going to take him off my board as well, because, again, when it comes to Madden, what you can control is basically speed, and speed is one of the biggest factors in Madden. So if you have the speed to work with your players, they kind of play above their abilities in a sense. Checking out our injuries last week during the game, we saw Romeo Okwara going out with an injury, and at the end of the game, I decided to check how long he'll be out, and right now it's for a length of 4 weeks, unfortunately. So we're going to be 4 weeks missing one of our starting outside linebackers. Again, the other one is Aiden Hutchinson, so we do have him to work with. Checking out our depth chart, I mean, right now we see DeAndre Swift starting running back role, again with his star development trait. Jamison Williams, he still has a hidden development trait, so we're still working on that. Again, it could be star at the very minimum. But I mean, checking out this offensive line, man, like it's really great. We have 4 out of our 5 players are star or better development trait. So that's a really big plus for us. Going into the draft or even free agency, we're basically just going to need to replace 1 offensive lineman. And I feel like that's a really big positive compared to a bunch of other teams where they're going to be replacing possibly 3 or 4. Back on the defense, I mean, Owuwariye, he looks really solid. Again, our top 3 corners all have star development. Aiden Hutchinson, again, is hidden. Charles Harris as well. I decided to move him up to playing the starting role over Julian Okwara, unfortunately, just because he does have that star development trait. So I want to see him in action. Hopefully we can work with him and have him develop into a better player and get right into the action. So that's going to do it right now real quick. Just looking around the team, just checking what kind of changes we need to make on our team. But without further ado, guys, let's drop right into the action and get looking forward to our week 2 matchup. Before we get started, guys, if you can do me a huge favor and drop a like and hit that subscribe button for me, that would be much appreciated, and it can go a really long way into help developing this channel into doing much bigger and better things and making all the content that much better for you, the viewer, guys. So I would really appreciate if you hit that like button and hit the subscribe as well. But jumping into the action right now, again, we're taking on the Washington Commanders, who not only have a new look as well as a brand new quarterback to start and lead their team, Carson Wentz, formerly of the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. Right now, starting off the first possession, they receive the ball, so they're going to be starting off on offense. We're starting off on defense, which, again, if you guys have seen the previous videos, it's nothing new. And right away, we're able to get a good stop on first down, holding Gibson to a rush of no yards. Second down. Right now, again, we're just trying to maintain the offense, and right here, Scary Terry comes in. He breaks free right away, and he's able to get a monster gain on us. I'm trying to catch up with Elliott, but unfortunately, I just don't have the speed to catch up to Scary Terry. And right away, second play of the game, Washington Commanders are on the board, 7-0. And just like that, unfortunately for us Detroit Lions, we're already down. And looking at the next-gen stats, his speed basically on this play is insane. 21.3 ball carrier speed. I mean, that is ridiculous. But at the same time, if you guys watch the Commanders, or formerly the Washington football team, you know what kind of player Scary Terry is, and you always want to try to contain him. So right away, again, we're back on offense. Unfortunately, again, first game, if you guys missed it, we did throw 6 interceptions, no touchdowns. But the same game plan right at the beginning of the game is always going to be get the ball to DeAndre Swift. Try to get him as much carries, as much yards as possible at the beginning of the game, while the points are still marginally close, I would say. Right here, we break off for a big gain right in the first play. You know, I mean, Washington had their big play, so we try to answer back right away, and we get a 20-yard gain from DeAndre Swift, which it's really good for our team. We're able to move the chains. Just like that, we're at the 39-yard line. So, hey, we're feeling confident. I decided to hand it off to him again and get another gain. And just like that, he's able to get another 12 yards. So, just like that, 2 carries, 35 yards for DeAndre Swift. And again, we're feeling fantastic. You know, I just said, hey, you know what, might as well just feed DeAndre. Let's see what we can get out of him. And, yeah, unfortunately, it was a 5-yard gain. Looking at the stats for last week, 20 carries, 89 yards, and 1 touchdown. The strategy going into this game was, since we were facing a much more even opponent compared to the Eagles from last week, we just wanted to at least go score for score with them, try to keep it even. Again, I didn't expect us to blow them out of the water, but at the same time, I didn't expect us to get blown out so easily. So I figured whenever they scored a touchdown or a field goal, we always got to answer back with the points. Again, as long as we're able to at least get some sort of points every drive, I feel like we're able to stay inside games. And here, I mean, I'm getting sacked, so I try to throw the ball right away to my receiver, and unfortunately it was inaccurate. I feel like if we could have connected right there, we could have gotten a big gain and possibly even a touchdown right there, because there was only one defender that we basically had to worry about. Next play, again, I make a silly mistake. Again, I feel the pressure, so I decide to get rid of it, and I throw a stupid pick. And yeah, the streak continues for Jared Goff. Now it's 7 picks without a touchdown. Back on defense here, Carson Wentz, who I did not expect, just decides to easily just run out for a QB sneak and just manhandles the defender and breaks right through him with a big gain, 37 yards from Carson Wentz, who honestly at this point of his career, I didn't think he had the speed to get that kind of ability to break out of the pocket and get the big gain. Here, I mean, the pass was just out of reach from our defender, able to make a nice completion to their first round draft pick, Jahan Dotson, wide receiver out of Penn State. Here in the drive, they're in the red zone, they're driving down the field, and we get the huge sack by Michael Brockers, defensive tackle. And yeah, we're able to force them into a nice 2nd and long. I mean, again, once we can get sacks on defense, I feel like that's when we're starting to get into our rhythm here. Once again, playing defense, holding them, no one to throw to, and another sack by Onwuzurike here. And yeah, we force him into the 3rd and long, 3rd and 21. We're able to force Carson Wentz out of the pocket, and just like last week with Jalen Hurts, he's able to make a magical throw right into his receiver's arms. Again, 1st-round rookie Jahan Dotson, and just like that, it's 1st and goal for the Commanders. Right here, we get the big run by Antonio Gibson. Luckily, we're able to hold him at the 1-yard line. And right here, I mean, people talked about controversy this coming into this season. You know, Brian Robinson, is he going to take carries away from Antonio Gibson, or is Antonio Gibson going to stay the number 1? And right there, goal line back, steals a touchdown from Antonio Gibson, and just like that, the Commanders are up 14-0. And the ensuing drive, you know, we start off with the run because the score is still relatively close, and we don't really get anything here on the next play. Again, stuffed, only a 4-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 4. We're trying to make something happen, and again, I see my running back. I decide to throw it to DeAndre Swift, and unfortunately, it is 4th and inches. He's just short of it, but this early in the game, I know it's risky, but we decide to go for it, and thankfully, even though the defensive tackle was able to strip right away on the D-line, we're able to pick up the 1st down. Next play, I mean, I'm just trying to do anything to move the yardage, and luckily I'm able to look off the defender guarding Jameson Williams at the running back, and I throw it back to Williams to pick up the 1st down. Again, next play, we decide to run the ball, and of course the defensive tackle that we highlighted at the beginning of the game, Jonathan Allen, he's able to break free and to get stuffed the run for a 1-yard loss, unfortunately. Here, I mean, I see Hockenson, he's our big play receiver, he's our big play number 1 target on offense. I'm able to get the completion towards him and get a nice big chunk of yards just to end the 1st quarter. Going into the 2nd quarter, I mean, hey, we're feeling good. We're back in opponent's territory. We're moving the ball relatively pretty easily. And again, I do a short completion to Hockenson. I was worried that maybe the defender might jump that. And again, another running play, another Jonathan Allen tackle for a loss. On the next play, we decide to throw it to our receivers, and unfortunately, I didn't really feel the pressure on that play. But we did get a sense pressure for Jared Goff, and it forced the incompletion. So, I mean, once again, we have to end the drive with the field goal, unfortunately. We're never able to capitalize on our mistakes and get essentially touchdowns on the first couple of drives. I feel like we're always basically just getting the field goal first drives, and then after that, that's when the touchdowns start pouring in. Next possession, we're on defense. They hit a nice crossing route to Jahan Dotson for the 1st down and the big gain. Carson Wentz, I mean, he's looking amazing right now. 5 for 5, 150 yards, and 1 touchdown. I mean, this guy is looking basically like Peyton Manning out there. He's able to scramble away, whiffs by our defensive lineman. He's able to just completely go right past him and get the 1st down. As well as the passing yards, he's able to add 47 yards for rushing. Here we have a lapse in our defensive judgment, and the tight end is able to get an easy 1st down. Thankfully, we did force him out of bounds at least to stop the touchdown, but again, next play right away, Scary Terry once again able to break off from Jeff Okuda and gets the easy 1st down. So next drive, I mean, hey, 21-3. So I mean, we try to set the running game because I feel like we're having a really decent game with DeAndre Swift, but the defense is just all over it. They're reading it like a book. So right here, we're just basically just trying to attack offensively, trying to see what we can do, and again, unfortunately, under pressure, we're not able to connect the pass to DeAndre Swift. Next play, 3rd and 6. I do see some openings, and I decide to dump it off to TJ Hockenson, and unfortunately, we do get a penalty, and it is a holding. But for some reason, I guess just because it was 4th down, the defense decided to decline it and held us to a 4th and inches. Again, early on in the year, I mean, we're a pretty bad team. We want to get any sort of confidence to establish, and we decided to go for it. And luckily, our fullback, our offensive line gets a nice big push, and we're able to pick up the 1st down. Here, next play, I try to look for DeAndre Swift here on this crossing route, and then, boom, I decide to throw it up to DJ Chark. You know what? He's one-on-one. He has the speed. And unfortunately, the defender was right there to break up the easy pass, or else it would have been a monster gain for us. We would have been deep in opponent's territory. It would have really helped us out. Here, I decided to hit Jameson Williams once again, and the defender just read it perfectly. Bobby McCain, man. The safety just easily jumps that interception, and I wish I could have maybe thrown it a little bit higher just to hit our receiver for the big game. But once again, we throw another pick with Jared Goff, and the touchdown streak of not throwing a touchdown, I guess, we're continuing in that. Next, defensive possession. I mean, again, we're basically just trying to hold them to no points. We're trying to get a turnover ourselves, basically. We don't want to give up any more points, especially going into the second half. I mean, we are going to get the ball back in the second half, so we want to at least negate any more points that they're going to add, as well as maybe bounce back and score right before the half ends. Momentum basically is all on Washington's side. Now they're starting to run the ball. They kind of slowed down the passing attack, and it's really not working for them. Luckily, we're able to force the fourth down, and they decided to kick the field goal to make it 24-3 with 2 minutes left to go in the first half. We're not feeling very confident. All the momentum is on Washington's side, so all we want to do is at least end this drive with some points. Don't turn the ball over. Don't automatically go 3 and out and give the ball back. Right here, we hit T.J. Hawkinson for a big gain, and he's looking pretty solid right now. I mean, again, he is our number one option in the passing game. He gets the easier matchups against linebackers. Here, we decide to take a risk and hit St. Brown over the middle, but again, somewhat overthrown, and Bobby McCain is able to react to it. Here we decide to go with a dump off screen to DeAndre Swift, and right away the defense reacts to it once again, forcing us into the 3rd and long, 3rd and 15, 40 seconds to go before halftime. So we just want to get any gain what we can. We don't want to stop the clock. Worst case, if we don't convert this 3rd down, we want to force Washington to use a timeout, and right there we're stuck right before the 1st down mark at the 4th and 1. If we do decide to go for it, we do drain the clock a little just in case we don't make it. Washington does not have enough time to get the ball back and get into field goal position. And right there, unfortunately, we make another mistake, and we do get the false start penalty. And again, in the NFL, when you force offensive penalty on yourself and the clock is running, you do get a 10-second runoff. Unfortunately, there we weren't able to use a timeout to cancel it out. I guess that's just not in the game. But yeah, unfortunately, it does end our hopes of getting any points whatsoever before the half. Coming out of the second half, again, we do start on offense here. I get T.J. Hawkinson right in there for a big play. He's looking really good, but unfortunately, he comes up looking pretty wobbly. I'm hoping he's staying pretty healthy. He is on the field again, but yeah, he didn't look good coming up right there. I tried to do some motion here, trying to see what kind of defense we got lined up with us. It looks like they're in the zone. They all stay together. So I decided to run it with Swift to the outside, and he's able to break off the tackle first, but then he gets thrown out of bounds for 3 yards, unfortunately. Next play, again, I decided to run it with Swift, and the linebackers and safeties just cave in right away. We see a hole, and as soon as we try to blast right through it, the defense just caves in and just eliminates any sort of hope that we had of breaking out for a big play. Once again, decided to go with motion. I do see Swift open. Nobody's covering him because of the zone, and we're able to get a nice dump off to him and get the easy completion for the 1st down. I tried to go with some trickery. Try to go with the sweep to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He does have the speed, trying to catch the defense off guard, and they were not caught off guard. They were 100% ready for it. Their safety came down for a blitz, and then right there, I guess, like I said, I called it a couple plays earlier, and right there, T.J. Hawkinson unfortunately goes out with an injury. So backup tight end, Devin Funchess, out of the University of Michigan, go blue, comes in, and he's pretty much like one of those hybrid tight end wide receiver types. He doesn't have the speed, but he has the really good size. He has really good athleticism. So I decided to take advantage of it and hit him for a couple of plays. Here, when I see Williams coming up off the drag, gets us into a 3rd and 1, so I decided to go with the rollout. We run the ball a lot on short situations, so I decided to go with the play action and pick up the 1st down in opponent's territory, inside the red zone as well. Here we decided to go 5 wide out. Hopefully we can pick something up. Jameson Williams, he's able to get off his receiver, but right away, again, the defense just caves in. Next couple of plays, we try to make something happen, but unfortunately our offensive line just completely caved in. So 3rd and long, 15-yard line. It's basically touchdown or nothing. And again, we get a silly penalty, false start on our offense, man. So we're backed up even further now, back at the 20 when we're at the 5-yard line. I decided to hit Chark on a nice fade route, but unfortunately he's not able to get the separation or attack the ball at its highest point. And again, we have to settle for a field goal when I felt very confident that we could have hit the touchdown for our team. Back on defense, it's still a relatively close game, 24-6. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing too far that we can't reach and get back right into this, especially with the time we have left in the game. So yeah, on defense, we're just trying to hold them. They are still trying to run the rushing game with Antonio Gibson, and he's able to make a nice break off of the defender and make the nice first down gain. And yeah, he's basically just able to get so many yards after his first contact, and yeah, he's basically just getting into his own in this second half. Here we're able to force the pass outside, and then it forces them into a nice second and long, kind of predictable for another pass play. Here, I mean, I read that he was probably going to throw it short, and we get a big fumble created off the completion to Scary Terry, and we're able to capitalize on a turnover finally. I mean, finally we're able to get a turnover in this game. Here, I decided to hit my tight end Funchess again. He's able to break out. He's on a linebacker, so his athleticism kind of gives him the benefit of the doubt on plays like that. Here, again, we're trying to set the run up. DeAndre Swift easily to the side. 9-yard gain. So I decided, hey, you know what? 2nd and 1, let's try to run it in. Try to get another gain. And again, once again, Jonathan Allen, man, he's just destroying this offensive line in the running game. So unfortunately, it does force us into a 3rd and 3. So again, just try to get the first down. If we don't get all the yards in this play, that's fine, but at least try to get the first down here. Nice completion to St. Brown. Thankfully, yeah, it was pretty decent. Now going into the fourth quarter, again, 24-6. We're trying to get points. We're trying to do anything with our offense. And again, once they read the screen, they're able to attack and stop it for no gain. Next play, 2nd and 14. And we're here. We're just trying to do anything. I dump it off to Devin Funchess. But again, since he came back for the reception, it didn't really help us out that much. Here, Williams sits on his route, and he's able to get the easy first down for us. 12-yard line, looking like we're about to score, hopefully right here on this play. And there you go, quick crossing route, boom, right there to our 3rd tight end, Mitchell. But because of the injury to Hawkinson, puts him into the 2nd tight end route. And yeah, he is our rookie. He's able to make a nice play, his first touchdown of his career. I mean, with Hawkinson there, who's relatively young, I mean, I don't really see him overtaking him for the top spot, but you never know. Maybe a nice 2 tight end system for the future could really benefit for us. So yeah, now we're down by 11 points. We're basically just trying to get any sort of turnover, give our ball back to our offense once again. Lays the big hit by Elliott, but unfortunately the Washington Commanders are able to hold on to the ball and once again are driving down the field on us. Here they decide to dump it off to Gibson. I completely whiff on the tackle, and then once again he seems to always break off the first tackle, Gibson does, and then the second tackle we're able to take him down. But it seems like pretty much the first tackle is always the one he's always going to get rid of. Right there, Carson Wentz gets the easy scramble for a couple-yard gain. Next play, 2nd and 6. It is a passing play, so we're trying to hold him. He throws it back to Gibson, and luckily Hughes is able to come down and get the first tackle on him. Gibson is not able to break it off, and we force the 3rd and 9. We're trying to get the ball back. We're trying to stop them. We're trying to make sure that the ball comes back to us. And again, I completely whiff on the tackle, and then Gibson gets the easy first down gain. Carson Wentz, man, he's just having a game. He is looking like Tom Brady out there, just executing perfectly. He might not have the yardage, but he's doing everything right for his team. And right here, man, we're able to get the sack. Cornell, as well as another Anzalone, possibly. I didn't really see to get the sack. And yeah, we're able to force them into the 2nd and long. Here we decided to go with a nice little blitz, and unfortunately, man, like I dive up to swat the ball, and it just happens to fall right back onto a Commander's receiver, so they're able to complete the catch and get some yardage back on their team. Here, 3rd and 8, man, we're able to get the sack once again and force the 4th and long, but unfortunately they are in field goal range, so they are able to kick the field goal, and it's 27-13. We're down by 14 points, so it's 2 touchdowns. 2:29 left. We do have 2 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning. So as long as we're able to score quickly here with the touchdown, we're able to be back in business. And right there, man, it's a perfect pass to a returning TJ Hawkinson. And again, alligator arms, we don't get the completion. It would have been a big gain for us, unfortunately. It's a really huge confidence downer. I mean, here, luckily, we're able to make the completion to Jameson Williams for the first down. But again, that previous play to Hawkinson could have been a real game changer for us. Here, I mean, if Hawkinson feels like he's good enough to be on the field, then I decide to give it to him. And he makes the acrobatic catch, baby. Let's go. He makes the amazing catch. And as well, our biggest gain of the season here. A really big confidence booster for our team. We decided to attack once again for the corner with Hawkinson. And unfortunately, the defender was in position this time to knock the ball away. A couple of plays later, 3rd and 10. On the 26, a minute 44 to go. We're trying to get into scoring position for a touchdown. We're trying to do whatever we can to save time on the clock. And here I force a pass to St. Brown. And unfortunately, Bobby McCain, once again, he's able to read it perfectly and intercept the ball. Yeah, man. So that pretty much killed any hopes that we had whatsoever of trying to win this game. I mean, even if we are able to get the ball back, unfortunately, we would have to score immediately. It would kill all our timeouts. And right here, man, Washington's just trying to run out the clock. And again, Antonio Gibson just breaks free for the big gain and gets them right into another first down situation. Here, they're just running out the clock. I didn't really see any point in prolonging this game any further. With the 2 timeouts and with the clock rushing down, there wasn't really going to be any situation to leave us with enough time to score as well as get the ball back. And here, man, oh my God, Antonio Gibson, he's literally holding on to the ball, just trying to get the first down, just basically not really trying to score, and we give up the huge play to him. So now we try to basically just make sure we don't give up the touchdown, because that would be completely embarrassing to give up a play of a touchdown on the last play of the game. And here we're able to stop them and get the tackle, and that's going to be the game. So your Washington Commanders win 27-13. Unfortunately, that drops the Detroit Lions to 0-2 in this franchise. Coach Tony King, he's very upset. I don't blame him. There was plenty of opportunities for us to capitalize on. We finally got some of the turnovers. We hit some of the sacks that we needed to in this game. But again, offensively, we just got to capitalize on them. Jared Goff, man, like, he finally got his first passing touchdown of the season, but it was too little too late. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, please drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment. Let me know what else you want to see in this series, what kind of trades you want me to make, any releases, any free agent signings you're looking forward to. But other than that, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace, and hope you all have a great day.